Good afternoon. My name is Staff Sergeant Villanueva with the Illinois Army National Guard, Delta Company RSP. This video will be about how to assemble, disassemble, and perform a functions check on an M4 rifle. Let's start by going over the main parts. This is the front sight. This is the foregrip assembly with the Picatinny rail. This is the carrying handle assembly, which contains the rear sight, which has adjustments for windage and elevation on the rear sight. This is the charging handle. This is the tap assist, which helps clear malfunctions in the bolt assembly, which you can't see right now because of the dust cover. This is the magazine release. To the rear is the buttstock assembly. This is the grip and the trigger. On the other side, you have the front sight as well, and the foregrip with the carrying handle and rear sight. This is the charging handle. That is the bolt lock. It has two parts. This is the safety, and here is the weapon taken apart. Over the top is the upper receiver, which contains the charging handle and the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group consists of the bolt carrier assembly, the firing pin cam, the retainer pin, and the extractor. The lower portion, the lower receiver group, which also contains the buttstock assembly. Inside of the buttstock assembly is the buffer and the buffer spring. To the right is the magazine. Now we commence with disassembly. Remove the magazine and ensure that the weapon is clear. Once the weapon is clear, the first thing you do is remove the retaining pins. Do this by pushing in the pins on the left side and then pulling the pins out on the lower receiver. They are locked into place and will not be removed from the lower receiver. Set the lower receiver aside. Pull on the charging handle, and this will allow you to remove the bolt carrier group. The charging handle can then be removed from the upper receiver. Disassemble the bolt carrier group by removing the retainer pin, which will release the firing pin. Once the firing pin is removed, you'll have to rotate the firing pin cam. Once that is removed, it will allow you to take out the extractor. There is a detaining pin that holds the buffer spring in place. Press that down, remove the buffer spring and the buffer. The weapon is now disassembled. To reassemble, place the buffer into the buffer spring and make sure it locks into place. It might take a little bit of pressure. Don't be afraid to use force. Insert the buffer spring back into the buttstock assembly and make sure that you push it past the detaining spring. Insert the extractor into the bolt carrier. Ensure that the hole is lined up so that the cam can enter. On the extractor, one side has a large hole and one side has a small hole. You'll need to ensure that the proper hole is lined up so that the cam can be fitted back into the carrier. You have to rotate the cam 90 degrees in order to allow the firing pin to slide back into position. Once the firing is where it needs to be, then you'll reinsert the retainer pin. Place the charging handle back into the upper receiver. Don't slide it in all the way. That will allow the bolt carrier group to fall into place. Make sure the rear is flush with the rear of the upper assembly. Put the upper and lower receivers together so that the retaining pin holes all line up. Push into the retaining pins, and that completes assembly. Here's a closer look. First, clear the weapon. You use your thumbs to push on the left side of the retaining pins, which allows you to pull on the right side. From there, separate the upper and lower receivers. Pull on the charging handle, remove the bolt carrier group. Slide out the charging handle. It's locked into place by a notch in the upper receiver, which you'll be able to see if you turn the upper receiver upside down. From here, on the bolt carrier group again, remove the retaining spring, which will release the firing pin. Rotate the firing cam 90 degrees, which will allow it to slide out and the extractor to be removed easily. On the lower receiver, push down on the detaining pin, pull out the buffer spring, and separate it from the buffer. This is the weapon disassembled. Simply go in reverse order to reassemble the rifle. Buffer into the spring, spring into the buttstock assembly past the detent. That completes the lower receiver assembly. On the bolt carrier group, extractor goes in first. Make sure the big hole is showing through the bolt carrier. Insert the cam. Rotate 90 degrees to allow the firing pin to fall into place. You'll know you have it correct when the firing pin will fall into place. Then the retainer spring goes back in. It may need a little bit of finagling, but just twist it a little bit until it pushes into place all the way. A simple twist left and right will help obtain this. Insert the charging handle into the upper receiver. Line up the bolt carrier group. Push everything in flush. Once again, line up the retaining pins and push in using your thumbs or forefingers. Now a functions check will need to be conducted to ensure that you've properly reassembled the weapon. Charge the weapon, take it off safe, and pull the trigger. You should hear a click. Charge the weapon again. In this case, the specialist charged it 3 times. Only 1 is necessary. If you are in semi-automatic on the selector, you will need to use 3 charging if you are in semi-automatic burst. Or 3-round burst, excuse me. This is a close-up of disassembly of the bolt carrier group. Simply go in reverse order. Extractor first. Line it up so the large hole is exposed through the bolt carrier, which will allow the cam pin to slide into place. Rotate the cam pin 90 degrees to line up with the extractor and allow the firing pin to fall into place. Once the firing pin is in place, you will use the retaining pin to lock the firing pin into place. Again, this may take a little bit of adjusting. Twisting left and right will help align it properly. Ensure that it is pushed in all the way and the top of the retaining pin is flush with the remainder of the bolt carrier group. Once you have the weapon reassembled, this is the loading procedure. First, make sure the weapon is clear. Slap in a mag, give it a slight tug to ensure it's locked in. On the other side, you'll pull on the bolt lock. Push on the bolt lock to allow the bolt to slide forward. This loads the weapon, and you can fire. Once you are through, you put the weapon back on safe and you'll use the magazine release to drop the magazine. Simply push, and the magazine will drop out. The bolt lock can be pushed in using your left thumb on the lower half of the bolt lock. As your right hand pulls on the charging handle, that will allow the bolt carrier to remain locked to the rear, and you can clear the weapon and ensure that any live rounds were ejected. When aiming, you will look through the rear sight, line it up with the front sight, and slowly pull the trigger.